go away. I'll relish any time you'll stay with me, my dear.
Was the morning before Christmas, and this is the place where I get to put a smile on Rock's face. These are not from me, that is the rule. These are from Just Jeff and the dazzlingly uncool. Now let's open some gifts, bro.
Turn that radio dial.
What you talking about, Wood?
It's time for the most Gen X podcast there is.
Real tomato ketchup?
Not even close, Pride.
You found it.
Never been so happy in my whole life.
It's Just Jeff and the dazzlingly uncool.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
And now, it's Just Jeff.
Merry Christmas to Utah.
Merry Christmas to Montgomery.
I'm actually in Colorado.
Oh, I forgot about that. Merry Christmas in Colorado.
Thank you. Did you get the gifts? Did you get the gifts I sent you?
I did, and Jeff, I told you, we're not going to exchange gifts. That's really kind of you, though. I appreciate that, and but you really didn't have to, and you really probably shouldn't have.
Just hold that thought. Open your gifts.
Okay. You want me to open them right now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the first one here. Let me grab that. Oh. Bottle of Old Spice aftershave.
Yep. You like it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm an English leather guy, but sure, Old Spice. I mean, that's kind of harkens back to the 80s. Thanks. That's a thoughtful gift. Thanks,
cool.
Man.
I'm glad you like it.
I'm sure you didn't spend a whole lot on that, so that's okay, because I know it's coming out of the budget, but thanks.
Yeah. You got another one.
There's another one here. All right, let me get this one. Ooh, kind of a smell. It's so it's some crumbly grayish white. I don't even know what these are.
I bet you think it's white chocolate, don't you?
That would be one thing that I could maybe place. It's got a strange odor, though.
It's actually raspberry jellies that I had left over from the Whitman samplers in the 80s that I wasn't able to trade. And I just thought I'd give them to you, seeing how we talked about it on the last episode. And they're not white chocolate. I guess that just kind of happens to chocolate like it does to dog poop.
Okay, that's great. This is really, really good. I see there's a card here. Should I open the card?
Well, of course.
Okay, excuse me a minute. I gotta move these over to the side a little bit. I'm gonna pour some Old Spice on them so they don't smell quite so bad. So the envelope. All right, let's look at this. So a card.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you didn't put money in here, Jeff. It's what is this? It's a receipt for Coach for $1,000 for a leather jacket. Is that what you're wearing right there?
Looks good, doesn't it?
It looks real good, but why do I have the receipt?
Well, remember when you just said you wish you'd have gotten me something?
Yeah?
You did. Well, you didn't. The podcast did. I got this leather jacket as kind of a Christmas gift. Well, from us.
From us?
Yeah.
How are you even doing this? You always talk about like the show budget. There is no show budget. How did you buy this? Well, that's my credit card that you put it on.
Well, it was indeed. Last time we were actually filming in the same room, I kind of wrote down the numbers of your credit. If you can provide the information over the phone and I use your credit card, I just figured, we've done well with the show, and Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas to you. We'll be working that off for a little while at basically a penny per stream. This is a gift that will definitely keep on giving. So thank you, Jeff. You've really put me in the Christmas spirit. What can I say?
God bless us, everyone.
I'm glad, Rocky. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. I guess the only thing I have to look forward to, at least I get to watch 24 hours straight of A Christmas Story on TBS.
24-hour marathon.
I look forward to that so much every year.
That's a tradition. Let me ask you a question. So, I guess they play it, 12 times over 24 hours?
Something like that,
2-hour show?
Uh-huh.
And throughout the course of the day, you'll flip in, flip out. How many times during the course of that day will you turn it on to the exact same spot, like 5 times?
Yeah, it's possible I'll only see the beginning once.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's crazy
or
how
the
that
very
works.
ending or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's a great show. I hope
Classic.
everybody, we don't need to do a whole show on it. People got stuff to do. Let's get them back to their families. But man, oh man, what a quotable. I mean, how often do you quote that movie throughout the year? You get a package. Fragile.
Fragile.
Italian.
And after last week's episode where we debated what is and what isn't a Christmas movie, there is zero question this is a Christmas movie.
That is the Christmas movie for our generation, anyway. I mean, not
I would
for
say so.
all generations, but for us, that came out, I think, in like '83, and so we watched it pretty regularly since then, I believe.
So if you had to pick your favorite Christmas movie, would this be yours?
I would have to say so. And
Okay.
I would say the other one that I really look forward to watching around Christmas time, but again, I'm not sure it meets the criteria for being a Christmas movie, but is It's a Wonderful Life. And that puts me in the spirit. But, it's just a story that happens at Christmas time, whereas A Christmas Story, the movie, is a movie and a story about Christmas.
Exactly. You know what I might
all
actually
about Christmas.
What I might actually
What?
give myself for Christmas this year is to watch It's a Wonderful Life. I've never seen it. I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Now, if you can find it for free, I encourage you to do that. If you can't, and you have to pay $3.99 on YouTube, please don't put it on the podcast budget.
Oh, listen, the budget is spent through the new year. I can't. I know for a fact that it doesn't turn over again until 2021.
Oh, you've checked with my my credit card company, I imagine, right? Well, we're getting into the crass commercialization of Christmas, and another, very famous kind of Christmas show, Charlie Brown Christmas, Linus gave us a wonderful monologue about what the true meaning of Christmas is, and
Yes.
our dad gave us a wonderful poem about what the true meaning of Christmas is, and as you may recall, last year we played a song that I had done based on that poem, so why don't we just play that for 3 minutes here, then we'll wrap things up and wish everybody a Merry Christmas. What do you say?
I say that's a fine idea.
As Christmas Day approaches, with all that we must do, we somehow lose perspective of its meaning, pure and true. Our days are spent in shopping, our nights in chores undone. We somehow take for granted it's the birthday of God's Son. Now we ask the Father's blessings on all we love and do, to grant in His benevolence Christmas all year through. We show our love to others by the presents that we give. So why not do the Christ child by the way in which we live? To love all men as brothers, to share all that we are, is to live our lives as wise men and to follow heaven's star. all year through. Those of us here gathered, our task is very clear: to spread God's love, thy message, throughout the coming year. Now we ask the Father's blessings on all we love and do, to grant in His benevolence Christmas all year through, to grant in His benevolence Christmas all year through.
That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
You know, that's quickly become one of my favorite Christmas songs. I just think you did a great job on that.
Thank you.
The words are just so typical Pops, and the fact you put it to music was just really cool. And I think it really touches on the meaning for the season, you know, the reason for the season. I really do. And one thing that you did this year is you actually put it to a video that I believe you can find on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love it if people would go out and watch that. Just go out to YouTube and type in Rocky Seal Music, and you'll find the channel, and that'll be up pretty close to the top of the channel. So yeah, check it out.
Awesome. Well, you know, one of the things we like to do on this podcast is to make people laugh. I'd say that is our ultimate goal. But right now, I honestly want to just thank all of our listeners and tell each and every one of you, and even people that aren't listening, have a very Merry Christmas. Have a safe Christmas. Enjoy your family. Forget about everything that's happened in 2020 up to date. This is a time to spend with family, a time to spend with friends, and a time to reflect on the reason for the season. And I just want to wish every one of you a very Merry Christmas.
And I will just ditto what Jeff said. I couldn't have said it better.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for listening to the Just Jeff and the Dazzlingly Uncool podcast. Check back every Thursday for new episodes. If there's a topic you think we should discuss on the podcast, leave us a comment or a message and we'll do our best to get to it. Check us out on Facebook and join our group called Growing Up 70s and 80s Texas Style. Didn't grow up in the 70s or the 80s? No problem. Didn't grow up in Texas? No problem. We still want you in the group and as part of the discussion. Hey, do you think you yourself may be dazzlingly uncool? Well, if you found your way to our podcast, chances are pretty good, or at least that you will be one day. Wear that title with pride. To find out more, check out www.rockysealmusic.com.